Is stuck on like, I be seeing it. I don't know why my algorithm shows this, but literally that is all my algorithm is on TikTok, on Instagram, is younger guys, older ladies. So I be in this like algorithm. I'm like, okay, that is such a cute couple, you know. So it's just funny. So that's not necessarily true. Sarah said T got her a young thing. She's speaking from experience. You know, again, yeah, I dated younger, but again, they chase me. I'm not chasing nobody younger. I refuse to. So, and you know, a lot of it is they just don't, when I'm out, they don't realize I'm as old as I am. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. When me and Emily were in Tennessee, so it's so funny. So we're in Tennessee, Emily smokes. So she was like, come me outside, you know, she wanted to smoke a cigarette, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So we go outside, we're in front of, you know, the place you can ride the bull and stuff. So we're in front of that place right there on Broad Street. And so these two white boys come out, you know, really handsome, you know, cute little white boys. They come out, whatever, and they start talking to us. And the one dude, you know, and they don't, you know, nobody knows I'm Lovelyti. I don't go out like, oh, I'm Lovelyti. Like, unless you recognize me, I don't say anything. Like, I'm not that type of person. I just, you know, I'm quiet. I'm just a regular person chilling in front of this club with my girl while she smokes a cigarette. And so, so the little white boys, they come out, you know, one's trying to holler at Emily, the other one's trying to holler at me. And so, you know, we're just talking to them. They were like real cool. And so, and he's like, where you from? I was like, I'm from Minnesota. He was like, oh, okay, I've never been up north. I'm like, okay. I said, yeah, you should definitely check. We got the Mall of America, you know, Prince, you know, so we're just chopping it up. And so he was like, yeah, can I get your number? I said, wait, how old are you? Dude says he is 22. I said, oh, no. I said, that's not going to work. I said, you're too young. He's like, what you mean I'm too young? I said, you don't know how old I am. I said, how you think I am? He was like, I don't know, like maybe 26, 27. I was like, oh, bless your heart, bless your heart. And so I was like, I'm going to keep it real with you. I said, I have a son that's older than you. He was like, what? I said, I got a 24-year-old. Do you know what this little white boy told me? He said, well, I said, I got two sons. I said, I got a 19-year-old and a 24-year-old. The little white boy, 22 years old, said, well, do your boys need a stepdaddy? So when I tell you these little young boys, like me and Emily just fell the. I was like, wait, what? Like, he asked to be my kid's stepfather. If you don't take a little young white ass on somewhere, sir, like me and Emily, I said these little young dudes, they are bold. He asked if my sons need a stepdaddy. I was like, okay, on that note, you are so handsome, but no, nope. So it is just funny. So it's funny when people act like these little young dudes, they do not care. They be stepping. And even when you tell them like, hey, you know, I'm old enough to be your mama, they don't care. They be like, what that mean? And he was cute. Body on point, nice teeth. But no, I'm not dating nobody who's 22. I'm not dating nobody younger than my child. That's just weird. So yeah, I shut that down and kept it moving. But yeah, you know, so it does happen.